Welcome to the Noka News Network. I'm your friend here with Dan Colley, who is currently squirting canned cheese into his mouth, I guess.
Oh, no, Lord, cheese.
Oh, boy, it's going to be a long show. You know.
Hold on, man.
When we,
oh, God. I needed some water after that.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. When we went out to get those snacks and you picked up a can of cheese, I should have known what was going to happen, but I didn't.
That was sharp cheddar, too.
Are you all right? Do you have lacerations? Was it that sharp?
That was good. Thank you.
All right. Well, that's great. All right. There's a lot of COVID shit still happening, Dan. Unfortunately.
Yep.
It's.
I was trying to defeat it with the power of aerosol cheese, but we'll see what happens with that. I mean, that and the vaccines I've gotten as well.
Yeah, sure. Right. Well, there's another. Remember how we did those? There was a lot of perks early on in the vaccine process that we talked about.
That's true. The only one I really have benefited from so far is not getting COVID.
Well, yeah. There was like free donuts, a free beer. There's a lot of.
I didn't get any of those. I
didn't either.
Free, not COVID.
Right. Well, we got a new one for you. In Utah, as a matter of fact. A COVID-19 vaccination clinic in Logan, Utah, co-sponsored by a Hiram meatpacking plant, is offering free ground beef to everyone who gets the shot.
Nothing says love like the gift of meat.
Every COVID vaccine received will help keep our team members and our community safe and healthy, stated Darren Olson, JBS Hiram plant manager, in a media release.
A media release.
Yeah, right. This sweepstakes is a great incentive to encourage everyone to come out and do their part to help put an end to the pandemic. JBS is partnering with Bear River Health Department to put on the clinic from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. earlier today, and 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Monday in North Logan. The Pfizer vaccine will be available to people 12 and older, and anyone who receives a shot will receive 5 pounds of free ground beef.
Whoa, 5 big old pounds of meat, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
You know that
they're going to give you beef and an injection.
A beef. Well, usually if you have too many shots, sometimes the beef just comes flying out at you. You got to be careful there.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that episode we talked about Dan Cortez. Mm-hmm. Hey, so let's continue to talk about the COVID-19, Ricky, because
sure. We might as well. Everyone else is.
That's it. This comes out of Sheridan, Michigan.
All right.
It says, this stupid copy. Attention shoppers, you can now get your COVID-19 vaccine when you visit certain Dollar General stores in Michigan.
Oh, well, that instills confidence, right? And that's where you want to get a shot.
I don't want to get anything from Dollar General if I can keep from it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services and Protect Michigan Commission are teaming up with Dollar General and Snap Nurse to host vaccine clinics throughout the month of August.
Snap Nurse?
That's what it says.
All right.
Starting Friday, the COVID-19 vaccine will be available at a dozen Dollar General stores statewide, including the following West Michigan locations. So, if any of our listeners are close to 306 North Main Street, Sheridan, you can go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 10 to 4. Or if you would prefer to go to 10525 South Warner Avenue in Fremont because Sheridan's a bunch of assholes, then you can go Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, except August 19th. They're not there then.
Okay.
The vaccines will be administered by Snap Nurse, an online platform for health care and staffing. So, not only are the shots going to be given to you by Dollar fucking General, but some bullshit internet nurses are going to be the ones doing the shots
They're
too.
using like the tender of healthcare to find the nurses for this thing.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, at least they're on brand still. They're using a fake store to give you vaccines from fake nurses. Yeah. It might be more like the grinder of nurses. I'm not real sure.
Who knows?
Yeah. Normally, if you're going to go to Dollar General, instead of getting a vaccine, you're usually going to get the clap or diphtheria.
Yeah, or,
E. coli.
outdated aspirin or something.
Yeah, something that will probably kill you.
I got more Dollar General news, as a matter of fact. It's a big week for Dollar General.
We'd
here
like
on
to
the
thank
show.
Dollar General for sponsoring today's episode.
Well, not really, because they're probably not going to enjoy the things that we have to say.
Nah, they're not.
Haven't thus far, and still won't.
If I'm going to speak ill of anyone, it's definitely not going to be Menards because we saved big money there earlier.
Yes, we did. Dollar General has issued a recall of around 155,000 of its foldable loungers after reports of the chairs collapsing unexpectedly and causing lacerations and finger amputations.
Okay.
These chairs cut your damn fingers off.
Well, Ricky, I have a question here. These are those the lounger, the plastic metal, the little stubby legs. You fold out the head, you fall out the
think
feet,
so.
right? Like when we were kids.
I think so.
Okay. I've laid on those quite a bit in my life. Not once have I laid them to the point where my fingers are up in the hinges up under my ass as I'm laying there, where they would collapse and snap my fingers off.
Well,
Lose my digis.
I can't. I mean, I don't know how this is. How this is happening exactly. All I know is the company is recalling its True Living sling loungers, which were sold from January 2019 through September 2019 for about $20 at the stores.
Well, I mean, for that kind of price, you expect to lose a digit or two.
The loungers have white frames with solid blue or green fabric. The 12-digit UPC number. Do you want to know the 12-digit UPC number,
I would
Dan?
love to know that. Hey, anyone out there, if you're shopping at Dollar General and laying on a...
We'll give you a minute. Go grab your foldable lounger.
You're going, all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking for UPC number 4300010473444. That'll be on your receipt, I guess, according to this.
Or, I would say if you're having trouble with those numbers because you shopped at a Dollar General and they're on every corner from the part of the country that you're in, you can use your finger. You can't use your fingers.
No, you can't.
Because you've lost them.
No.
If you've lost, folks, if you've lost a finger in your summer reclining days, you probably have one of them fucked up chairs. You might want to get that looked at.
Yeah, right. Listen. I don't care if somebody said that a chair was going to cut my finger off. If it did, there's no way I'm keeping that piece of shit. It's going to the trash immediately.
So white frames, blue or green fabric, and razor sharp guillotine like hinges is how you know that is a defective chair.
They've received 3 reports of the sling loungers collapsing, resulting in amputations or lacerations to fingers from the metal folding joints.
Again, what is your finger doing around the joints of said chair?
Customers are advised to stop using the chairs and cut the fabric so no one else can use them, which makes sense, I guess.
Can the chair cut its own fabric? I mean, it can cut your finger off.
Well,
ironic, isn't it? All right, let's talk about something else that's, well, unbelievable if you really think about it, Ricky. This would be an impressive record, if not so incredibly dangerous. An Oregon man who allegedly had a .778 blood alcohol level.
Boy, that's drunk.
Yeah. When he was almost 1% booze. When he led police on
drunk
the
son of a bitch, Dad.
he had more alcohol in him than a case of Budweiser.
Yeah.
He led police on a very short chase, obviously, that ended in a one-car crash. He had been identified as 28-year-old Nathan Danzuka, according to the police report posted on the Smoking Gun website. The Warm Springs Tribal Police Department reports that it had begun pursuing Danzuka on tribal property after being notified by local police of a white SUV involved. Why are always white SUVs involved in these fucking slow car chases?
Yeah, I don't know. So it's a sort of an MO or something.
Yeah. When the tribal police pulled the alleged intoxicated motorist over, they reported spotting alcohol containers in his Ford Explorer instead of a Bronco.
Right, yeah.
Rather than following officers' recommendations to exit his vehicle, Danzuka is accused of leading police on a half-mile chase that ended with him hitting a concrete barrier. I think
he's kind of lucky to have survived in multiple different ways. Not only did he wreck his car, but he also was incredibly fucking hammered.
Yeah, he now holds a record in the state because before it was a 2007 woman No, I'm sorry. It was a 2009 woman from South Dakota, a .708 recorded. So he has the highest in the state in the country right now.
Oh, well, good for him.
Yeah. So Ricky, he's now on record as being the drunkest man in the country.
Well,
Obviously, they've never come here during our show.
No, they haven't, especially not last week. Speaking of fucking up, a former employee of a company called ProRail recently recorded a pornographic video on one of her last working days in the head office in Netherlands.
Well,
So she worked for a company called ProRail.
ProRail.
She made a pornographic video.
Yeah.
And where did she do that? The head office.
The head office.
Exactly. A
All tracks. Yeah.
A spokesperson confirmed this after previous reports from Gene Steele, who put a link to the video online.
That's definitely a porn name.
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. The rail manager is now looking at the rail manager. Well, if this individual is the rail manager, then they should have known what was going to happen. The rail manager is now looking at what next steps it will take against the woman. Jeez.
Hey, get over here.
That didn't sound good.
My name is, what was his name again?
Gene Steele.
Hey, I'm Gene Steele over here. I'm the rail manager. Get over here to the head office.
I think Gene Steele is some sort of publication or something. I don't know.
It sounds like an awesome porn name.
According to ProRail, the former colleague still had an access pass in her possession when the video was recorded, and she used it to get in. The video shows the woman walking around the building and having sex in a conference room. It can be concluded from the images that the video was recently recorded, said the spokesperson, because the head office has been undergoing renovations for several months, and the video shows scaffolding in the corridors.
So the head office was getting worked on.
We had to blink a few times, said ProRail. I guess the whole company said that. I don't know. Said ProRail.
Everyone, get in here. We're going to have a corporate meeting. Okay. Here's Cindy getting pounded out here in the conference room. Everyone look at that? All right, that's team bonding right there.
We were speechless because this is something we have never experienced. Are they talking about sex in general?
This is Dutch, right? So we've never had the dooba dooba. Is that how the Dutch speak?
I don't think so. Yeah. So anyway, what you saw is how it works. Apparently, I don't know.
All right.
And then so to wrap up the first segment here, I got one more thing for you.
Okay. So that was so the head rail ProRail head office bang fest from the bang manager or the rail manager or whatever it's called is not enough.
I like the ProRail because then you get some like transitions and stuff. It's a lot better than the
amateur rail.
Yes, you know, there's just a higher production value.
So is Finn Steele there or whatever his name was? If that's his,
it was not a person, and that wasn't it.
Okay, well, it sounds like it sounds like a great porn name, Ricky. If you had a porn name, what would it be?
Well, you know how like what you're supposed to answer there. It's like your middle name and the street you grew up on or whatever.
Okay.
Well, mine is Lee Church, which very much sounds like a country singer as opposed to a porn star.
Yeah. I moved around a lot, so the hell would mine be?
I don't know.
Wade, single parent, had to move around a whole lot. No, that doesn't sound good.
Just pick one of the streets you lived on.
All right. Well, again, I will be the other half of our boot scootin' boogie duo here. I'll be Wade Orchard.
Wade Orchard. That sounds like the most wholesome male porn actor in the history of porn.
I would if I did porn, I'd have to be like performance art. You know, like Paul Rubens did Pee Wee. Uh-huh. I'd be like a clown.
How is that so?
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't know, Mr. Bangzo or... All right, finish up this segment.
Israel.
Something classy, please.
Well, sure. Israel has a new largest ever amusement park.
Largest ever for Israel or period?
I think Israel.
Okay. All right, cool.
That's expected to open this summer. In a settlement industrial zone outside of Jerusalem.
All right.
The $500 million indoor theme park, founded by Hanok Cass. Well, he's decided to name the park Magic Cass.
Magic Cass.
Magic Cass.
All right. Sure.
The date when he's going to open up his magic cast has yet to be determined.
So the world's largest
So you have that
entertainment complex
amusement
is
park.
a Magic Cast.
Yes, yeah.
I like that. That actually makes a lot of sense though, because I have a lot of fun at Magic Cast. I'd go to, I've been to a Magic Cast before, and
Have you? Because I thought this was the first one.
No. I know someone that has a Magic Cast.
Okay, well,
Every once in a while, maybe the ex-worker at Master Rail or whatever the hell it was
Pro
called.
Rail.
Pro Rail should go to Magic Cast and get a job.
yeah. I mean, she's good at what she does. From what I
If it's like Disney, it has the train
yeah,
qualified.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if she was involved in a train or not in that last story. It didn't really say. But
No, it didn't. But
I assume Master Rail has something to do with trains and
Pro Rail is what it is.
Pro Rail has something to do with trains.
Yeah, I think it does. As a matter of fact.
Well, Ricky, thanks for sharing your Magic Ass with us.
No, it's not my magic ass. It's this guy in Israel.
Oh, thank you for sharing the Israeli Magic Ass with us. The old...
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Hey, the second segment, Ricky, coming up, we're going to be talking about a toilet iguana.
Oh, okay.
That has nothing to do with the Magic Ass. We're going to talk about the Florida man, like we always do, and luck be a stranded lady tonight.
No Good News Network, the news no one cares about.
Local News Network.
Hey, Dan, you know what I love?
Yeah. You love long walks on the beach and slow meandering streams.
You know what else I love?
Popcorn?
Yeah, delicious
I
flavored
knew.
popcorn.
It's because we're doing a popcorn commercial.
From Grandma Bev's Good Ass Popcorn, as to be more specific.
Yeah, every other popcorn sucks.
Grandma Bev's has a delicious variety of flavors to choose from.
Like Pop's Secret, they're owned by Nazis.
Yep. I'm not gonna refute that. They've got cinnamon roll popcorn.
Ricky, I once heard Orville Redenbacher killed a man.
They've got your kettle corn, your caramel,
Yeah.
your
You know, the people who run Jiffy Pop are a bunch of racists.
white cheddar ghost pepper.
Yep.
Cheddar jalapeno.
I really think that all other popcorn brands are members of the Illuminati and control the government.
Whatever. They've got the movie theater butter. They've got.
Is it the mad scientist professors over at Grandma Bev's Good Ass Popcorn always concocting new flavors?
They're working on stuff, Dan. Get off their backs.
How about maybe something like a Fruity Pebble flavor?
They're trying some shit. I don't know. We'll
Maybe
see.
Popcorn with Pop Rocks in
Everything they make is delicious.
it? It is delicious. So it doesn't matter what they come up with. It's going to be good ass.
Yeah, go to grandmabevs.shop and, go on and get you some. Yeah, we got t-shirts. We got others too. And we got coffee mugs. And fanny bags for you. And they're all from No God Knows. NoCadoos.store. Gotta go to NoCadoos.store. NoCadoos.store. Apparel's, collectibles, and more. NoCadoos.store. Gotta go to NoCadoos.store. NoCadoos.store. You think singing like Hootie is gonna help sell some shit, or?
At least it wasn't that wagon wheel song.
Right, yeah. Welcome back. It's the Nooka News Network, the news no one cares about. I'm Ricky French. Here with Dan Colley.
Surprisingly, the second ingredient on this, it says cheese.
Oh, that's a shock. All right, Dan, we didn't mention it there in the first segment of the show, but we got another all Florida second segment there.
By the way, there's directions for usage of this thing on this can.
Oh, please tell me.
For best results, remove cap. Hold.
For best results, eat something else.
Yeah. No, no shit. Yeah, well, what else am I going to fill the bugles with? For best results, remove cap, hold applicator tip close to food, press tip firmly, and move slowly across food surface.
Well, if you're into that kind of thing, I guess.
Well, I'm hard.
It's an all Florida second segment again on this episode of the show.
It is indeed. And let's get started. Remember when we talked about the old python hunt in Florida?
The Python Challenge, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was the Python Challenge, brother. Well, Governor Ron DeSantis won't even get started. In between battling with President Joe Biden about mask mandates, he's announced that the 2021 Florida Python Challenge has a new king.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Is it Randy Savage?
No, he's been passed for quite a while.
Yeah,
That's Ricky.
I know.
You're bring it up. You're just looking at that big 3 foot Savage beef snack that I had earlier today.
Yeah, it was a Savage meat snack. That's for sure.
It was. The 10-day event from July 9 to 18th resulted in the removal of a record 223 invasive pythons from South Florida. Burmese pythons are not native to Florida and have been.
No, they're native to Burma, I would guess. I haven't looked up the facts on that, but that makes sense to me.
I would assume over there they're just called pythons.
Yeah, probably.
They have bad effects on native species, and so do broskies and brohams that are down there, but they let them in the state.
Right, yeah. If that was the criteria for whether or not you're going to get rid of something, Florida's population would be way less.
Oh, yeah, it'd be like 40 people. They are found primarily in and around the Everglades where they prey on birds, mammals, and other reptiles. They can grow to be 26 feet long and over 200 pounds when fully grown. DeSantis said invasive Burmese pythons have wreaked havoc in the Everglades, negatively impacting native ecosystems and biodiversity, and they are not required to wear a mask. More than 600 people participated in the risky competition.
Neither are school children down there.
No, they're the same to him. More than 600 people participated in the risky competition to remove invasive Burmese pythons from the Everglades while raising awareness about the species, but not about COVID-19. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission said the two biggest snakes removed were... Is one of them DeSantis? No. Were more than 15 feet long, one clocking in at almost 16 feet. Kudos to the participants of the 2021 Florida Python Challenge for removing 223 invasive Burmese pythons. I already said that. All right, here's the winners, Ricky.
Okay, please.
Charlie Docton, a novice from Southwest Ranches in Broward County.
Novice snake hunter?
Yeah.
Okay.
He earned the $10,000 ultimate grand prize for collecting a whopping 41 pythons.
Oh, that's a lot of python. He won the money, but do they also have like a Python Challenge championship belt that they hand out? Because, they're closely tied to pro wrestling down there in Florida.
They should.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I didn't say, but they should.
Yeah, I agree.
It should be snakeskin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Should be.
The local adventurer got a little help from his son, Chance. Oh, I fucking hate this guy. Name your kid Chance. There's a chance he's your real father. He told WPLG Local 10 about his boy Chance. Together, they scoured in the dark and encountered a nest with 22 python eggs. Okay, does those count as part of the 41?
I don't know if they do or not.
I don't either.
How do you like your python eggs? Like scrambled or?
No, over easy, dude.
Okay, yeah.
Don't be a savage. Every one of those, a female Burmese python can lay anywhere between 50 to 100 eggs at a time. Charlie had to say this: every one of them babies become a little monster, and each one of them monsters reproduce. I assume that's what he sounded like.
Yeah.
Them little snake monsters are fucking. Make more little snake monsters. The fucking Everglades is full of snake monsters. They're in pumps and dumps and everywhere. Rounding out the top leaderboard was Brandon Call,
I
also
wish
a
you
novice.
could hear my head shaking.
Yeah. who nabbed a 15-foot 9-inch long critter, and professional Dusty the Wild Man Crumb, and one-time star of the reality show Guardians of the Glades.
Oh, I must have missed that one.
Thankfully, snagged the second longest python at 15 feet 5 inches. There's no word here if Hulk Hogan was harmed in his 21-inch python's brother.
Yeah, I don't watch MeTV at 3 a.m, so I've never seen that show. But.
No. Well, I've probably seen it like sitting in the ER waiting room or something. That's the only time you really watch that. Yeah. That's the most horrible TV programming ever. Is when you're sitting in an ER like that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
2 or 3 or 5 or whatever, and it's like some rip-off Ted Koppel talking about pro rail, and
They don't even have like Night Court or anything like that.
I wish. Judge Hattie.
So here's some good news out of Florida, I guess. For this lady, anyway.
All right. What'd she leave?
Well, she was trying to. Having just had her flight canceled, a Missouri woman's luck quickly changed when she won $1 million from a Florida lottery scratch-off ticket.
Fuck her.
Angela Caravelli, 51, of Kansas City, Missouri, claimed a $1 million top prize last month from the Fastest Road to $1 million scratch-off game, according to a Florida lottery news release. She chose to receive her winnings as a one-time lump sum payment of $790,000.
That's all you did.
Yeah, that's the right approach. I had a feeling something bizarre was going to happen after my flight was canceled unexpectedly.
I got a feeling.
No, please don't. Caravelli said, I bought a few scratch-off tickets to pass the time, and just like that, I won $1 million. She purchased a ticket from a public supermarket just east of Tampa.
You know what I call them?
What's that?
Pubics.
Well, of course you do. The store will receive a $2,000 bonus commission for selling the winning ticket.
Well, good for her.
Good for her, I guess.
No, I have a standing order here on the show that whenever you read one of those stories, my response is fuck them.
Okay.
And fuck the Florida man in general. You know, Ricky, I'm thinking that when I go to Florida next year on my family vacation, I might get the shit kicked out of me.
You might.
In Disneyland World.
You very much might.
Very possible. Lee County, Florida, a 33-year-old Davie man was arrested on Sunday for allegedly impersonating a law enforcement officer on Sunday, August 1st. Some of these cops in Florida impersonate law enforcement officers, too, it seems like.
Yeah, I know.
You know. Sean Haynes allegedly caused a disturbance at a Publix supermarket on Palm Beach Boulevard and left on a moped because, you know, a lot of law enforcement officers cruise around on mopeds.
Oh, sure.
Witnesses told deputies with the Lee County Sheriff's Office. Haynes was pulled over shortly after the disturbance and claimed to be an agent with the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Yeah, you know how they do, riding around on their mopeds,
of course,
investigating federal crimes.
Yeah, you know, Mulder and Scully always had a moped they're cruising around in.
No, they always like rented a Taurus from the airport. That's what they always did.
That's true. He even provided deputies with a false badge number and identification during the stop. Turns out
1, 2, Niner.
Yeah, was there a Niner in there or something? Turns out Haynes was not only the FBI agent, but rather a man with a warrant out of Broward County.
Surprise, surprise.
For trespassing. So
yeah, no.
He was not a law enforcement officer. He was just an incredible dumbass Florida man, Ricky.
Yeah,
the moped might have been a dog.
Oh.
That's a throwback for any of our long-time listeners.
So the moped, I think it makes it a moped if you have to pedal it to start it. This thing had pedals on it.
I know, yeah. Down the road, they're like,
top speed of 30 miles an hour.
They're walking by him. Excuse me, sir, can you stop this thing, please? They're like, no. They're like, we're going to just throw a stick in the front spokes.
No, I can't stop it because I'm in the FBI.
I'm trying to stop a crime.
Yeah. Well, there's some more nonsense out of Florida, of course.
That's because it's an all Florida segment.
And indeed it is. A Port St. Lucie man has been arrested after he was accused of biting off part of his friend's ear during an altercation in the Florida Keys.
That's a hell of a good friend.
Yeah. Monroe County Sheriff's Office deputies arrested 45-year-old James Lynn Williams, charging him with aggravated battery by strangulation, and 2 additional counts of battery.
Now, Ricky, what would... See, these guys were friends, right?
I guess.
What would cause someone to be so angry they went to bite his buddy's ear off?
Insanity? I don't know. The sheriff's office said when they responded to the scene at the Ocean's Edge Resort and Marina, they found a 28-year-old victim and 2 female victims. The man told deputies that everyone involved in the incident were all friends and they were on a vacation in the Florida Keys. The man told deputies one of the women with them passed out, and Williams put her in a wheelbarrow and started pushing her back to the hotel room while dumping beer on her and insulting her.
All right. Okay, all right. I'm about to say, it was kind of cool. We put her in a wheelbarrow and just drove her back to the hotel, but I guess if he was like, hey, Cindy, you're dumb. You stupid.
Yeah, have some beer, you drunk bitch. I don't know what he's doing, but I assume it was something like that.
Have another one, drunkie. Drink up, booze hound.
The man said he and Williams then got into an altercation when he tried to intervene, resulting in one of the female victims being pushed to the ground when she tried to break it up. The 2 men continued to fight, and the second woman was knocked to the ground when she tried to get in between them. The man told deputies that Williams then pushed him to the ground and began choking him before biting off part of his ear while the others tried to separate them.
Jesus.
Investigators said the 2 were eventually separated and Williams left on foot. Deputies said the 2 female victims also corroborated the man's version of events. Deputies said Williams was later found on the property, but he refused to speak to authorities. He has since been arrested and is being held on an $80,000 bond.
Well, you can't walk away when them cops are going to chase you down with a moped.
No,
moped will outrun you.
So,
not only is he going to dump beer on one of the female friends there, he's going to just bite his buddy's ear off.
That's an asshole for you.
Yeah, go Florida. All right, the last of the all Florida segment today. A trip to the bathroom took a terrifying turn for one Florida man.
Yeah, well.
After he found a spiny-tailed iguana in his toilet.
All right.
Kurt Hilberth told CBS affiliate WFOR that he went to the bathroom to brush his teeth on July 24th when he spotted the disturbing sight out of the corner of his eye. He says, it was so big that it was not submerged completely in the water, he recalled to the outlet, and it's got that tail that whips back and forth. The Hollywood, Florida resident said he initially decided to take matters into his own hands by dressing in protective gear.
I wonder what that protective gear consisted of, by the way.
An old goalie mask. And
catcher's mitt.
Catcher's mitt.
Yeah, right.
Attempting to pull the iguana from the toilet bowl by himself. The tail was going back and forth. Water was flying everywhere, he says. The tail was going back and forth. He said that multiple times, evidently. However, every time Hilberth went to do so, the reptile kept swimming back down into the toilet and ultimately evading capture, according to the outlet. It wasn't until 3 days later that he realized he would need to call in experts after coming extremely close to capturing the reptile. He said, I was able to grab him by his back legs and part of the tail, he explained. I was pulling out, he was pulling in. The tail was going back and forth. Water was flying everywhere. Yeah, we know water was flying fucking everywhere.
Yeah, thanks for the info.
All right. So anyway, there's an iguana in this guy's crapper.
All right. Well, I got an iguana story coming up in the last segment of the show, Dan.
I know, because we planned it that way.
Yeah, I know.
So we're going to be talking about your iguana.
Mm-hmm. So to speak, sure.
We're going to find out if it was Thelma or Louise.
Right.
And yo-ho, yo-ho. A parrot's life for me.
Noka News Network, the news no one cares about.
Noka News Network.
Hey, Dan, you know what I love?
Yeah. You love long walks on the beach and slow meandering streams.
You know what else I love?
Popcorn?
Yeah, delicious flavored popcorn.
It's because we're doing a popcorn commercial.
From Grandma Bev's Good Ass Popcorn, as to be more specific.
Yeah, every other popcorn sucks.
Grandma Bev's has a delicious variety of flavors to choose from.
Like Pop's Secret, they're owned by Nazis.
Yep. I'm not gonna refute that. They've got cinnamon roll popcorn.
Ricky, I once heard Orville Redenbacher killed a man.
They've got your kettle corn, your caramel, your
You know, the people who run Jiffy Pop are a bunch of racists.
white cheddar ghost pepper.
Yep.
Cheddar jalapeno.
I really think that all other popcorn brands are members of the Illuminati and control the government.
Whatever. They've got the movie theater butter. They've got.
Is it the mad scientist professors over at Grandma Bev's Good Ass Popcorn always concocting new flavors?
They're working on stuff, Dan. Get off their backs.
How about maybe something like a Fruity Pebble flavor?
They're trying some shit. I don't know. We'll see.
Popcorn with Pop Rocks in it?
Everything they make is delicious.
It is delicious. So it doesn't matter what they come up with. It's going to be good ass.
Yeah, go to grandmabevs.shop and, go on and get you some. Yeah, we got t-shirts. We got others too. And we got coffee mug. And fanny bags for you. And they're all from No God Knows. NoCadoos.store. Gotta go to NoCadoos.store. NoCadoos.store. Oh, Parrots, collectibles and more. NoCadoos.store. Gotta go to NoCadoos.store. NoCadoos.store. You think singing like Hootie is going to help sell some shit, or?
At least it wasn't that wagon wheel song.
Right, yeah. Welcome back. It's the Noka News Network, the news no one cares about. I'm Ricky French. As always, I'm with Dan Colley. That's Dan's best mini pearl. On the break there, Dan was telling me he's sort of tangentially related to Minnie Pearl.
That is correct.
God rest her soul.
She married a collie. I don't know why.
I don't either. Last segment, we ended with that toilet iguana story.
Yep. And you said you had another lizard?
I do.
You're going to do something?
Yes, I had another lizard I wanted to share with you, Dan.
All right. Share your lizard with the world, Ricky.
We need to be a little bit more careful about how we word things, otherwise rumors are going to start.
Hey, whatever, man. It's 2021, man.
And yes, this is true. An iguana that evaded police in Sanford, Maine for a few months has finally been apprehended.
All I can imagine is a little iguana with like a little bandit mask on, sneaking on behind legs.
A black and white striped shirt.
Ding, 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 as he walks on 2 feet. Hide behind trees, trash cans and shit.
Elusive, sticking his head up over and looking around. An elusive iguana was caught on Friday, and they got those eyes that can look all around.
I know, right?
They're pretty good.
Like, oh, excuse me, sir, are you Steve the iguana? Nah,
that's actually not. That's a chameleon, right? Not an iguana. I think that's different. Who gives a shit? Nobody. That's who.
Speaking of iguanas, though, we took the kids out to eat last Saturday as part of the anniversary.
Did they eat an iguana?
No, but we went to the restaurant here in town that actually has one in an enclosure.
Okay.
So we took them in. My oldest didn't give two shits, but my youngest stood there and was like,
That's pretty interesting.
He turned around and looked at me like, Dad, big fucking iguana, man. See that big fucking lizard?
Yeah, I imagine that's how he...
A big fucking lizard, Dad.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what he...
Chip off the old block there.
Essentially, yes.
This elusive iguana was caught on Friday by Sanford's animal control officer.
Oh, protecting and defending. Good job.
Right. The iguana has been taken to the Animal Welfare Society in Kennebunk. If you lost this reptile,
I did not,
or know who it belongs to, please contact the Sanford, Maine Animal Welfare Society CBS 13, there in Maine, has reached out to the Sanford Animal Control Officer for more information, and they're waiting to hear back.
Oh, well, I did have...
He's a busy guy. He's the one animal control officer in Sanford, Maine.
Yes, and every time you... What we do here is we go after the iguana.
And we're trying to ascertain the whereabouts of this iguana.
Exactly. This story actually kind of... it's close to my heart, sort of, here.
Okay.
A UK wildlife sanctuary has been forced to separate 5 naughty parrots after they wouldn't stop swearing at visitors.
5 naughty parrots.
Yeah. When 5 naughty parrots get together in a UK sanctuary. These parrots...
Who's going to get voted off first?
Exactly.
It's a new parrot reality show.
MTV this spring brings to you the real world parrot sanctuary.
Parrot Fuck Island. I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, gee, parrot fucking. Oh. Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's
Starring Kid from Kid and Play. All right. Dan Cortez is the host.
Yes, right. Yeah,
All right.
Too many Dan Cortez.
So here are the parrots' names. Here's the 5.
Okay, great.
Billy.
All right.
Oh, Ballet. Eric.
Eric
the parrot.
Okay.
Tyson.
All right, sure.
Jade and Elise.
Okay.
Okay.
I wonder if that Cure song was about this parrot.
Oh, yeah.
chance.
Yeah, it's in the UK. Of course it was. Parrots live to be forever, so yeah. They were removed from public viewing this week due to their inappropriate behavior.
Uh-oh.
The parrots are part of Lincolnshire Wildlife Center's colony of 200 African gray parrots and were put in quarantine together upon arrival.
Why they got to be gray parrots?
Because that's what they are.
All right.
But they quickly overwhelmed the staff with their naughty language.
I like how they use the word naughty. I think the British people have
Naughty.
a little bit of a different connotation to that word than we do.
Yeah. So, Chief Executive Steve Nichols told the AP, "We are quite used to parrots swearing, but we've never had 5 at the same time." He was a little cockney.
He sounded a little Australian, actually.
Yeah, he was a little I don't know, man. I got nothing.
Yeah, no, you don't.
No. He says most parrots clam up outside, but for some reason these 5 relish it.
Ooh,
Rather than being offended, most zoo visitors found the foul-mouthed parrots amusing, with the sanctuary confirming no complaints had been made.
Well, yeah.
I would absolutely love to have a parrot that was like, fuck off.
Yeah, right. Animal swearing is funny, if it's possible. Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
But these are
why wouldn't it be?
These
funny?
were British parrots. They'd be like, you're a bellend.
Yeah,
You're a
right.
bellend.
Yeah, I mean, I think us swearing is funny. So, of course, if a parrot was doing it, it would
Take a piss.
take a piss.
Yeah, when the British would tell you, are you taking the piss?
Parrots into some weird shit. So.
Well, and there's a British term, like if you're joking, you're making fun, you're taking the piss.
Yeah,
So these are British parrots. I mean, taking the piss.
Parrot swearing is kind of normal, so
Yeah.
it's not paranormal.
You said parrot normal.
No, I did not say parrot normal.
Oh, I like that better.
You're an idiot. Lifeguards at a beach in England ordered swimmers to return to shore after an unidentified and rather sizable sea creature, not Dan, nearly capsized a fisherman's boat. The weird incident reportedly occurred on Wednesday afternoon in the community of Boscombe, which sits on the shore of the English Channel. What one assumes began as a pleasant day at the beach turned into a concerning situation when multiple people reported seeing a large creature lurking out in the water.
What a lovely day for a lurk.
Yes, that's what it said to itself. There were some splashes in the water, recalled one individual who witnessed the weirdness unfold, and the lifeguards said they hadn't seen anything like it in 35 years.
Well, I don't want to swim there if them lifeguards have been around lifeguarding for 35 years. They're
Yeah,
old as shit.
Yeah,
We haven't gone onto these chests since the Blitzkrieg.
Yeah, we haven't left this beach since they invented the V2 rocket.
Stiff up a lip at all. Pip,
Li-
pip, I can't move me hips.
Lifeguards subsequently ventured out into the water in an attempt to locate the creature, but they were unable to find anything that could explain the strange sightings. However, there appears to be little doubt that something big made its presence known.
I was not there.
As a fisherman who was out on the water says, that he had an up-close and personal encounter with the monster, quote-unquote. I was pulling...
It was just making me think of my anniversary.
Yeah, I know. I was pulling a lure back into shore, and something grabbed it. Darren Tapper told a local media outlet, I almost turned over my kayak. So they called him a fisherman, and I guess in the pure sense of the word he was, but it was a guy in a kayak.
Well, if he was
Trying to catch a
fishing
fish.
still, he was still fishing. He was
Yeah,
still
I
a
guess.
fisherman.
What? Turning around to see what had just stolen his fishing rod. The man said that all he could see was a, quote, big shadow appearing into the deep.
It was fucking Fagin.
Well, he's going to need a bigger boat, I think is the real
He is
story
indeed.
on that.
Look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament.
So yeah,
Big boat, Parliament.
something weird's lurking in the water there is the bottom line on that.
It was probably a punker. He
Probably.
was probably listening to the Ramones.
Yeah, probably. Or the
Sex
the
Pistols.
Clash.
Clash. Thank you. Yeah. Well, London was calling, so.
Yeah. What else, Dan? What else?
Let's go to Santa Cruz.
Like right now, or are we going to book it for later?
No, I'm just going to read the story from
Oh,
Santa Cruz.
okay.
A woman drove off a cliff in Santa Cruz after a random person mistakenly opened her door, police said.
Well, that's one way to get away.
I know, right? The woman was sitting in her parked car in the Santa Cruz Walton Lighthouse parking lot.
All right.
Police said she was spooked when the person opened her door, which caused her to drive off the fucking cliff.
She must have been, I guess.
Yeah. She suffered an injury to her foot, and no major injuries were reported.
Okay, well, that's good.
Santa Cruz police said that this was truly an accident. The person who opened the woman's door thought they were entering the passenger seat to their car, which was a similar model and color, police said. The cars were parked next to each other, and authorities said the person doesn't see well at night.
Well, sure. But yeah, all cars look the same nowadays, pretty much.
Yeah, right. So I can only imagine she was, oh, it's a beautiful day. Who the fuck?
Have you ever accidentally gotten into someone else's car before? Ever
I've never
in your
gotten
life?
into the car, but I've like gone to the door and such. Yeah.
One time, it was dark outside. It was
You were hammered, weren't you?
No, I was not hammered. Actually, I was sober, but it was very early in the morning, and the car looked exactly like my car and was parked right in front of it. And without thinking, I just opened the door up and sat in the driver's seat. And as it turns out, that's a very strange feeling.
Yeah.
It's like immediately it dawned on me, this is not my car, because, what's in the car and stuff. And it just freaks you out for a second. Like, whoa.
You're like,
whoa,
where's
whoa.
my Bananarama CD?
Yeah, I know. I totally had the Bangles tape in when I left the car.
Right.
And now it's not playing.
I probably will do that though. Now that I drive a midsize SUV and live in a Richie white neighborhood, where everyone drives midsize SUVs.
Yep. You've got the.
I just make sure that it has the Noka stickers on the back before I get into.
You've got the wine mom mobile a little bit.
Kind of
going on.
Except all my windows are tinted, so I look like the FBI.
Yes,
I mean the ones that don't ride around on scooters.
Yeah. All right. So there's an important event coming up, and as of the release of this show, it's tomorrow night, Wednesday night.
Okay.
It's the Perseid meteor shower.
It's the Perseid meteor shower.
Perseid.
Perseid.
Yes.
Perseid.
You know why they call it the Perseid meteor shower?
Because it was named after someone named Percy that first discovered it?
No. The meteors appear to originate from the constellation Perseus in the sky.
Oh, that's the one that killed Medusa and used it to make the Kraken get all rock hard so he could get Andromeda off the rock.
Yeah, that's him. That's the man.
I've seen Clash of Titans.
The streaking lights in the sky may be abundant as the Perseid meteor shower reaches its peak this month. According to Space.com Skywatcher Joe Roa, the shower will peak August 12th, but meteors can be seen up until August 18th and probably a little after.
Did you say Skywalker?
No, Skywatcher.
Ah.
The moon will set around 10:30 p.m. August 12th, with the meteors passing later that night for people to see throughout the northern hemisphere. Per Roa's reporting, the Perseid should peak for approximately 12 hours. Observers in Eastern Europe are optimally positioned for the Perseid peak, but North Americans are not far behind, he writes. A single observer under dark, clear skies normally sees around 60 showers an hour.
I definitely don't peak for 12 hours.
No, definitely not. But it is kind of it's something that I've done for a long time since I was a little kid, and Guy, the leader, the den leader in Cub Scouts, he had a son my age and invited me over to watch it one night. And
Ooh, your Cub Scout leader invited you over to his house?
well, he was a nice guy. Nothing weird happened.
Okay.
The only thing that weird happened was his kid was kind of a sociopath and ate too many Little Debbies and wouldn't go to bed.
So, okay.
So I don't really have a joke here. I just enjoy watching the Perseid meteor shower, and I wanted everyone to know it was gonna peak.
I was never in Cub Scouts. I was in Boy Scouts.
Yeah, I quit before it got to the Boy Scout level, whatever age that is. I don't remember.
I was a Boy Scout, and I was a den chief.
Yeah,
so I helped with the Cub Scout.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got to Webelow, which is the level. They name the, for those of you who don't know, they name depending on your age. They give you a name for whatever level you're in the Boy Scouts, or not your age, but the number of years you've been doing it.
Yeah, it was
Like there was like wolf,
cub, wolf,
bear. There were other things, but then eventually you get to Webelow, which is I guess a shortened version of like a shortening of the phrase "We'll be loyal scouts."
Oh,
is
okay.
what that is supposed to mean.
I thought it was like Weeble Wobble.
No, but that's right before you. That's the last level you get to before you are in Boy Scouts as opposed to Cub Scouts.
Yeah, then you start as a tenderfoot.
Yeah. So
I would say I would, after knowing you this long and looking at you now sitting across the table, yeah, you look like a bear.
so do you, Dan.
Rawr.
Well, on that note, I guess
Yeah.
I'm glad that we've been able to spend this time together once again with among us as friends and with our other friends who listen on a weekly basis.
I got to second class as a Boy Scout.
Yeah?
Yeah. No higher.
No, you never became an Eagle Scout.
Oh, hell no.
That's too much work.
Yeah.
You gotta do like community service and stuff. It's bad.
I've done this with you long enough. You know I don't put that much effort into things.
Yes, I'm fully aware. Speaking of putting effort in, put a little bit of effort in and go to nokanews.store. Check out the merchandise, and if you see something you like, you can order it there.
If I open that bag of Bugles up over there and start squeezing this cheese into it, we'll make too much noise on the mic.
Yes, it will. Visit us at facebook.com/Noka News Network. Oh, come the fuck on, Dan.
I warned you.
No, you didn't. You asked me, and I said you shouldn't. This is supposed to be a time for everyone to relax.
I am relaxing. I'm about to have squeezed cheese Bugles.
Jesus. Find us on Twitter at NewsNoka. If you want to send us an email, you can do that at nokanews.com.
No, I shot cheese all over myself.
And then, if you want to call and ask Dan to stop eating while we're ending the show, please do that. And give us a call at the Noka News. Don't chew into the mic. I hate that so much. Give us a call at the Noka News Network hotline, 614-398-0770.
Bye, everyone.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Noka News Network.